This time of year, the 2-year-old videos are pretty important because it gives you an idea of how your horse is doing and what our plans are, right? There are some horses that are doing very, very well. There's some horses that are doing okay. And there are some horses that are doing kind of poorly. Some of those horses will be leaving us. Some of those horses will be turned out. Some of those horses are turned out. So I want to talk about all of them right now. Allie's Got Grit, Racing Wednesday. I told you guys, I was hopeful. I wasn't certain, but I was hopeful as he started to get the amount of work in that the other horses did, that he would polish up and come alive. And he looked great. Very, very impressed with him the other day at the Meadows qualifying. He's going to be in to go with the rail at Northfield. At Northfield on Wednesday evening, so we'll see how he trains, or how he races. Arrowhead Hanover. If you would have told me that he would have been one of our very best horses in May, I would have been like, he's okay. He's a good little horse. A winner in 56 is easy as you could win in 56 the other day, and it's already trotted 54 and 2. Top of the food chain, one of the best horses in Pennsylvania, I believe. Put it this way, I don't think there's anybody that's just going to flat out make him look bad. I just don't think that's going to happen. We're going to find out next Friday when everybody descends on the Meadows for the next Sire Stake event. And that's exactly where we'll be. They'll be on our home court. We'll see how they race after that. A Tront. She's in to go Monday afternoon at Lexington. I'm sure she'll be fine. Very, very nice filly. Very happy with her in the way that she's raced. Aunt Lily, little flat her last two, but you know what? That sickness kind of hit her hard, and we'll see how she bounces back her next start. She's returning to the scene of the crime, so to speak, where she was a winner in the Next Generation. Her first lifetime start. She's raced at Northfield twice. She's back to a bigger track. She's a bigger girl. This week, Bluebird Tuxedo Hill is turned out. He's out in the field now. I wanted to make sure that he got some time. His temperature spiked again. His white count climbed again. This is just a horse that he looks healthy, but has not been healthy all year long, consistently. So, nope. That's my wife. I already called you twice, and you did not pick up. You will have to wait. So Bluebird Tuxedo Hill is going to get some time. Blue Ventura was awesome today. 54 and a piece, 27 and a bit on the end of it. But did it so smart. He was just so smart about the way he raced today, and that will serve him very, very well in the future. And although he's not a Sire Stake horse, and it's going to be tough to say he's one of the best Stallion Series, he's a good horse that will have a good year, and if we do it properly, he's going to make a big comeback. He's going to make a really nice horse in 2025. How's that? So I think he's a good horse now that could and does have the ability to be a very good horse as a 3-year-old. He's a big boy. Cadeau, a little flat the other day. You know, he wants to be a nice horse. He's trying his hardest. He's doing well. I can't fault him for any of that. He's already trotted 57, so it's not like he's a bad animal. He's a good horse. Just gonna have to take some time with this guy and get him good. Make sure we have him good for the whole season. Although he got beat up the other day in a Stallion Series event, I think he is one of the better Stallion Series horses. Not his best showing the other day. Hopefully he'll have a bounce back, a good bounce back race in his next. Captain Incredible was great qualifying the other day. I think James really likes him. I had a great conversation. It was funny because before I started going to the Red Mile in Lexington, you don't realize how horses that have aches and pains just come to life there, because the track is like racing on a cloud. It's just so soft. And I had said to James, he said, he'd get out a little bit, and he touches that outside knee. He's just so big and strong and heavy. I just don't know, is he going to be able to pace 50 this year and stay together? I said, well, that's the beauty of it. Because when he gets to Kentucky, and Todd McCarthy was there, I don't know if James fully understood what I was saying, because until you see that transformation, you almost don't believe it. I saw it with Pickpocket last year, how good he was at Lexington and how, not good he was at Hoosier. On a hard stone dust track, different horse. And I can't wait to see Captain Incredible. 3 starts into Lexington. I think he's going to come to life and be a creature. I hope he will. I think he will. Century Legion, I could not stand by and watch him make a break on Tuesday if I was watching it on TV and could have been there. So Tuesday after the qualifiers at the Meadows, my son's playing baseball at the same time. The exact same time that I have to be there to race Century Legion. But, for Daryl and for Patricia, I can't fathom a break when I could have been there. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be there. I'm going to race him. And at the very least, I can give you an honest opinion of what I think after he races Tuesday night in the grassroots. And I can assure you, he gets away on the right foot and feels as good as he did in the qualifier. He will be raced on Tuesday night. Chicago Hall, I well documented. At the time, I was not pleased with the way James drove the horse in the race the other night, but he drove him fairly. He did. And I don't think he's ever going to put him in a position to not do good again. I think he now believes in the horse. He now understands how good he is. And I don't think it really registered with him how good he was for the amount of mucus and blood that he had in there, for us to clean him up and put him in a position to be consistently good, i.e. by having him on the Lasix program, being able to work and treat his allergies best we can. The best thing about the other night was the scope after. Perfect. Dominic and his crew have done a tremendous job with this horse. Cindy works diligently on him, and you can tell because he is coming forward in the right direction. And now James understands. He is I truly believe he's one of the best colts in Ontario. It's early. There's lots of good horses out there, and there's lots of good ones to come. He's just built too good, bred too good, and moves too fast not to be one of them. And that was always my take on Chicago Hall. Cleveland Masha is going to be heading to Quebec to race in the next two legs in the final there. I think those are 2-3 great preps. That is a great place for her to be for the next month, to get some experience, and who knows, if she's good, she can come back, race in the end of the stake season here. Country Dancing's got a great, I think, a very bright future. She is not perfect. She has her flaws. She gets out of gear a little bit, but we've been sneaking her hobbles out. We're going to let them out again this week coming up. We're going to start painting and putting scurf on her, a little blister on her check ligaments, her stifles, her ankles. I think with just some minor tweaking, she'll even be better than she was today, and that's saying a lot for a filly that paced 52-4 today. Great mile for her. No mucus or blood found. Tiny bit of mucus, which is understandable, but no blood at all present today in the scope of Country Dancing. Dancing by Myself will come back in another few weeks again. I'm just so enthusiastic because time is on my side. Has really changed the way that I can look at staking now and the way that we race our horses. There is an opportunity. There is an opportunity to have the horses race well in the fall, into the first part of the winter. Give them a break if we like them. We think they have a bright sophomore future. Rest them and then bring them back. That was never done in a regular basis. It would be taboo in most stables, and what we proved with him anyway, and hopefully this isn't subjective just to him, because if this is a path forward, it opens up a lot of doors for us in regards to a lot of our sophomores. Fire and Shine, one of the biggest movers of the whole week. That mile was nothing short of incredible. Sure, if she had run down the leader or got up for second, that would have been impressive, but her third place finish was nothing short of awesome the other night, and it was overshadowed by some great miles. But make no mistake, she was very, very good the other night at Scioto Downs. Foxy Seaside was not. I think that was a hurdle I was hoping we could avoid, that break at the gate. Now we'll let Stacy and Brett work with her and see what they think. Kind of a fresh set of eyes situation. Do I think that we weren't making headway with her? No, I think we were making gains with her. But just felt like we were up against something, like we were pushing a rock up a hill, and we just couldn't move it properly. Just felt like she wasn't moving quick enough forward. There wasn't enough progression, and it just felt like something was in the way. And I just thought having her on a 5/8 mile track, a bigger track, and a fresh set of eyes would help with her, and that's why she's at Stacy and Brett's right now. Freedom Hill has been great, continues to be great. I think we're in a tremendous position. A second and a third right now should Look at all these ATVs on the side of the road. I always see these going through here. There's like 11 of them right there. Whatever. Freedom Hill, I think she's in a great position. Second and third may have already secured her a place in the consolation of the Sire Stakes, depending on how many divisions continue to fill in the next 2 or 3 legs. We can focus now on the Buckeye with her, and if she's as good as I believe, she'll definitely be one of the best Buckeye horses. She'll have an opportunity right now to race in the Buckeye Final and the Sire Stakes consolation, and that is the holy grail in Ohio, so to speak. Gaslight Hall is going to be qualifying, I believe, this week. We're going to qualify him. I got a great idea with him and with Princess Dream. Right now, we're starting the middle of summer. This is leg 3 of the grassroots coming up. I don't think we should race either of them in leg 3. I think we should go in the Prospect Series. Hear me out. The reason being, the Prospect Series has leg 3, 3A, and 3B. There are 3 prospect lags right now, all going for $8,000 or $10,000. Great experience, easier racing, and then we can focus on leg 4 of whatever we want to. If Princess Dream and Gaslight Hall come out and they are creatures for these 3 legs, fine. We can go right to the gold if we want to, or the grassroots, wherever we feel like going. Now, that's not set in stone, but I looked at the calendar quickly and I said, Jesus, seems like a really good idea. Definitely Princess, and I believe Gaslight also. So we'll see how that plays out. Gorgeous Package was awesome. Man, she's such a sweet little horse. A winner in 155 last quarter in 28. Looked good doing it. Great job by Brett. Drove her great. She looked awesome. Grand Old Chap continues his way down. He's going to take some time, guys. He's not going to be ready till the fall. If he makes those last stakes, great. If it looks like he's struggling, but we're probably going to turn him out and focus on it next year with him. He's bred to be a good horse. He looks like a good horse now. So let's see how he is over the next month or so. Green Glitter is going to race Monday morning almost, 12 o'clock I think, or 12:30. It's a non-parimutuel race. There's like 20 races in Lexington. We're in the first 2 with Green Glitter and Grand Slam Deal, and then we move to Rosetta, Atrant. She's the last one. Rosetta and our girl Jim Marie also. So 5 fillies on Monday, all in good spots. We'll see how that plays out on Monday. High Hopes, very happy with this filly. I was super cautious with her, very careful with her, and I'm very, very happy with the way the race turned out. In hindsight, watching the video, if I had just kept her close, up on a helmet, close to 50, who knows? She might have been a winner. She raced good. I was happy with what I saw from High Hopes. I Don't Play Nice. I was mad when I come off the track. Those were 2 ignorant, needless breaks, and all they did was end up getting him a shoeing change and some hobbles for Wednesday. And I'm sure I'm going to get an email from our clients saying, well, you've cut other horses slack, and I don't know why you're so mad at him. I'm mad at him because I was sitting behind him and I saw what he did. He wanted no part of racing the other night, just threw himself and made a break. That's not going to cut it. Not in this barn. He's not getting away with it. The hobbles are going on, and he's racing Wednesday afternoon at the Meadows. And I expect that he'll be much better. And if he's watching these videos, behave, be careful. So I Don't Play Nice is racing Wednesday. I'm a Trucker, looks great. His training back's been in 245. Here's a horse that we did turn out. Where are we going to go with him? I don't know. We're going to let him tell us. I said the other day, they had the hobbles on him, and they said, maybe the hobbles were long. I said, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Just take those hobbles off him, put a little extra weight on him, and you tell me when he can trot 235 comfortably like that, and then we'll start our ascent to the races again. And that's pretty much my take on I'm a Trucker right now. I'm Ready Too is out in the field. Bring him back in probably another couple of weeks. And that is where Leggy is headed now. Her rehab has got her to a point where she can go to the field now, and that's exactly where she is going. LT Troubadour, he's going to a different field. He's going to go to somebody else's field. Him and I Don't Play Nice really annoyed me the other night, and I think LT Troubadour could be a nice horse. Wouldn't shock me at all if he came out and was a decent sophomore. But you know what? I was thoroughly disappointed with his attitude and his overall output. Now I'm waiting for his blood work to come back. And if it comes back, which I suspect it will, and it doesn't show that much is wrong with him, he may have raced his last start for us, because last beat 15-202 chasing horses that shouldn't be better than him. That's a good way to find yourself somewhere else. So, as frustrated as I am, I will pull the trigger on him if his blood comes back good. Manhattan Money raced good the other night. Both these colts were in the same position in May. Just one colt was happy to do it, and one was looking for a way out. I'm going to give him one. It's going to be the door. Melisandre schooled the other day good. I said to Tim, I don't know if she needs a school, Tim. I know there's only one schooler. I'd like to save it for Irresistible Sun. Let's find a horse to train her with. She doesn't care about the gate. She puts her nose right on the gate. Could care less about the gate, which is great. Makes my job easier, makes everybody's job easier. So we'll see how our girl does this week, but I'd like to train her again. 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, somewhere around there as she gets closer to qualifying, and she is very close to qualifying. Memento Mori, they won't let us take the hobbles off without a qualifier, which I don't like at all. At all. So we'll see how this plays out. We might just qualify him without them in Lexington if there's a gap in his schedule. I have no idea what we're going to do. Maybe we'll just leave the damn things on him. I don't know. We'll see how he races on Sunday, tomorrow, and then we'll make decisions about his equipment, his racing attire after that. Mountaineer Prince, I'm telling you what, if he makes me go to Michigan, I'm going to be very, very angry at this horse. He's trained in 2-1 in Northfield the other day. I know he hasn't seen the gate. Somebody said, oh, it must be the gate. Oh, it must be a crowd of horses. That's a crock of shit. Excuse my French. The horse is trained down in crowds of horses all along. It's not the crowd around him. Starting gate, I'm sorry, that's not going to cut it. And if he thinks he's going to get into racing, maybe throwing himself or acting up at the starting gate, then he's in for the rest of the summer is going to be quite long. I will move heaven and earth to make sure I'll be there to drive him next time if he screws around tomorrow. Another horse that would be served best to watch these videos would be Mountaineer Prince. My Wicked Heart, maybe just not good enough. I don't know. Very disappointed with it. It's hard to pass judgment on a horse that is butchered. When you're off the gate 5 lengths and parked the whole rest of the way, yeah, I know she's not good enough. Give me an honest run. Then tell me she's not good enough. We'll see how she races next week. Never Lose Felix is out. This is a horse, I'm curious how this horse has speed. I'm curious how he is when he grows up and comes back. That's what I'm curious of. I'm curious of. I want to see this horse trained down. Because, the international monies are a little ignorant, a little immature. This guy did have some physical immaturity also. His stifles, they fill in nice. His knees cool down. This could be a really nice trotter. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We're going to find out when we bring him back in. Oh, He'll Know raced great the other day. What a nice filly. Charging at the end of it. Tried her ass off the whole way. Lunging at the wire. Second and 58. Raced great. Just so proud of her. Pelican Al, as I said to Dave and John when they were here, he may not race this year. I don't know if he will or he won't. My plan is to race him. Especially, now that this is another horse. Talking about open doors now because of time is on my side. Who knows when he'll be? We're going to take our time, train him down, and see how he is. That's what we're going to do with Pelican Al. Princess Dream is going to qualify this week. Again, I just talked to you about her, how I think it would be a great idea to look to the 3 prospects. They have 3 A, B, and C, which are all 3s. We can still race in the 4th grassroots. I think that would make the most sense to me. Or Gold, if they're good enough. Her or Gaslight. We'll see. Resolve Indeed's ready to go. She's another one. Those prospects, I think, would be a great idea for that filly. We'll see how that plays out. Rose Run AJ was good the other day. I just felt he could have been a little bit better. We're looking into his blood. I just thought, somebody said, well, he did go 27-3 down the backstretch. Easy, pump your brakes. It was like the 3rd or 4th fastest mile of the night. 27-3 with the earplugs in and idle down the backstretch should end up being 28 apiece on the end of it. All he needed was 29-2 or 1 to muster a win. And I'm not taking anything away from Colt. I like him. I think he's a very, very good horse, and I think he's going to continue to be a very, very good horse for us. But you got to finish those off. Maybe he's not as good on the front. You can sell me on that. I'm sure you can. We'll see. He'll get a chance to race for the rest of the summer. Roseanne Alexander was awesome again the other night. Third being Langton, 54. Give her 2 more starts, and then you're going to see a scary, scary looking filly. I think she is an exceptional filly that's going to give us a pretty good run the rest of the summer, and I can't wait to see her do it. Rosetta finished a great second the other day. I see she's 7-5 in the C division on Monday. It's a good place to start. I like those odds. Makes my job easier. She sits at the bar. I talked to people today, breeders that were interested in her, and I said, no, just take your time. There's not much we can do. She's lame. She's still lame. Oh, the Bisons are playing. 10-20. No, game must be over. There's no way they're playing this late. I'm literally, if you know where I am, if you're on this road ever, the Bisons are the Toronto Blue Jays farm team. They play right there. The game is over. Yeah, they just have the lights still on. I said, it's as simple as this. She sits at the bar, had an acute injury. Broke a bone, ripped her leg open. There's going to be some scar tissue. There's going to be some rehab time. Right now, she's still lame, lame but walking. When she sounds up, she's going out to the field. And one of 2 things will happen. She'll sound up and race as a sophomore, or she won't, and she'll be bred as a sophomore. One or the other. There's 2 roads that we have for her. I would obviously love to see her come back and be the filly that we were training down that looked so good. But if she doesn't, we have options. Southwind Idax, this horse, a giant. I just turned him out. I looked at his breeding, his gait, the way he was. A little lazy and stupid sometimes, but a gigantic animal. Just give him some time. We'll see how he is when he comes back. Speed of Sound, same thing. Big, giant, huge mare. Just give her some time. Let her grow up and fill out and come back. The Priest made the break the other day. You know what? That's on me. I got to take some responsibility for that. I just was too nonchalant about his qualifier. That will be rectified this week. I expect he'll qualify much, much better this week. Scope clean the other day. So coming into his next qualifier, healthy, and will not make a break. My apologies to my partners on him. Trevino on green going to the field. He's just too big. The same as the other horses. I told Danny this. Danny said, maybe we'll go to the vet. No, we're not doing anything. Pull the plug. He's too big. He's too green. He's Trevino on green. Out to the field and get some time off. Westland Warrior won't. My one worry about coming to Ontario instead of going to Kentucky was this horse. How is Westland Warrior going to race? If this backfires and he makes a break, I'll feel bad and I'll be very upset. So my biggest concern is his race tomorrow. Hopefully Scotty can get him around. I hope he does. What a Lady, What a Night. She's going to qualify with the hobbles on, and I think you're going to be very pleased with what you see from What a Lady, What a Night this week at the Meadows. She was very, very good the other day. After she made the break and we put the hobbles on her, a different horse. I'm interested. I'm intrigued, and I can't wait to qualify her on Tuesday morning. And then Woodmere Betcha again. She's scheduled to be ultrasounded this week. We believe that she's going to need more time. She's been jogging, but is going to need a little more time. And I told Smitty, I said, don't beat yourself up over it. I would much rather her have a minor injury that we can treat and work with than pretend it's not there and turn it into a major injury that we can't work with. So don't beat yourself up over it. We did the right thing. We're doing right by the filly, and she's going to reward us down the road. She's just too fast and too good not to. And that's where I stand on Woodmere Betcha. Well, that is good timing. I'm literally at the border. I will talk to you all very soon. We did have a great weekend. I can't wait to... I thought I lost my cards. Oh, my God. I can't wait to see what takes place tomorrow at Ollie's Ball Game. Tomorrow night with Rock's Shining Star. Tomorrow afternoon in Kentucky. Good luck to everybody. All my partners that are racing. It should be a tremendous start and end to July. Take care.